Alright, everyone. So, we got another twid for you from the Destiny 2 community team. So, it's going to be based on Destiny. Of course, because it's called Twid. This week in Destiny, we're getting ready for Saladin coming back to the tower. Not with a vengeance, thankfully, but with his Iron Banner. Which is a little bit different this time. More about that after we go check our list of topics for today. Act 2 of episode Echoes starts on July 16th. A special Artist of the Week contest, Iron Banner, Cosmic Cosmodrome, be a part of our Pride celebrations. Bungie Bounty for Good is here. So, after touching base with an old friend Failsafe and starting the investigation into the Vexon Nessus, we found something that is not quite right. The revelations of Act 1 will drive your investigation even further into Nessus in Act 2 when it launches on July 16th. Make sure you're equipped with the latest intel. We'll be hosting developer live stream ahead of time to review new content that's coming. We'll have more details about the timing of the live stream for you soon. Some Echoes art. To celebrate that we are in the middle of our first episode ever and that we just finished its first act, how about something special? This community is filled to the brim with amazing artists, and we'd love to celebrate your talent every opportunity we can get. We have our Artist of the Week and Movie of the Week picks every twid because of that, but this time we want to do something more thematic and focused. So this is a call to artists everywhere to represent their favorite moment during Echoes Act 1. An epic fight against the Vex? Check. A representation of your favorite lore piece so far? Wonderful. A cozy scene in a siren scene? Can't wait to see it. Some crazy situations with Failsafe? We are to blame for that one, probably. Just do what you do best and give us a take on this new narrative unfolding in the world of Destiny 2. Just a reminder, use hashtag Echoes Art of the Week so we can find your contributions. Those selected to be included in the featured twid, and their authors will be earn both the regular Art of the Week and the new one. That's interesting. PvP Strike Team Update. Twice the Iron Banner. The Titan previously known as Iron Lord Saladin, now Valis Forge of the Cabal Empire, will be back at the tower next week with a new edition of Iron Banner. Given that Iron Banner is one of our most ancient traditions, one that would think the old war beasts can't learn a few new tricks, that couldn't be further from the truth. To begin with, Iron Banner will now be a 2-week event and the main PvP focus for that time. Oh, great. Yeah, people are going to love that. Players will be able to earn rewards, climb ranks, and hone their PvP skills with one game mode during the first week and then another game mode for the second. In the first iteration of Iron Banner for Echoes, the first game mode available is Control, and the second one is Tribute. In Season 23, we experimented with a system that enabled players to select either Control or the rotating game mode Fortress, Eruption, or Tribute, and Iron Banner was active. Players being able to choose which game mode they wanted to play was nice to have, but it was a departure from how we previously handled the mode, and splitting the player base in half had a negative effect on both matchmaking times and match quality. These drawbacks meant that it was not sustainable over the long term, and paired with a new model of running two different modes back to back felt extenuous. So a return to the previous system of one mode per week. There will be two weapons for Iron Banner during Echoes. The first, the renewed Camille's Dagger. It's a kinetic aggressive hand cannon that now comes with a small bump to its stats and perks like Precision Instrument or Kill Clip. The other weapon that's available is Claws of the Wolf, a rapid fire Void Pulse Rifle with fan favorite perks like Head Seeker and Zen Moment, although the new perks like To the Pain are worth checking out. So before we go into what they're going to say next, having the one mode, fine, cool. Just make the one game mode fun and interesting and balance it correctly. The other thing is a 2-week long event. There are people that get like a reset done within like 1 week. Now you're telling me, oh yeah, it's 2 weeks. So that means we're going to miss out on Trials loot 2 times. So this coming weekend, Friday through Monday, well, I say Monday because that's, this trial doesn't go away till Tuesday reset. You tell me that this is the last time we get to play Trials for 2 weeks. Really? Uh-huh. Getting many rolls for these weapons will be easier too. You'll still need to unlock them first to drop by getting ranks 4 and 7 with Saladin. But then you'll have a good chance to earn them as post-match rewards, with now guarantees a random Iron Banner weapon will also have a very high chance to reward an Iron Banner engram on top of that. As for defeats, both weapon drops and engrams have a higher drop rate too, so you either get the role you're chasing for as a random drop or focusing it with Saladin. For those of you looking to be Saladin's favorites once more might want to gild the Iron Lord title one more time, wearing Iron Banner gear, using an Iron Banner engram, and completing Saladin's daily challenges will get you there faster, as these give you reputation boosts. If this is your first time partaking in the ancient PvP ritual among Guardians, don't worry, focus on the objective, be a good teammate, and you'll have Saladin's attention soon enough. Also, hey, guess what? With control, play the objective. And don't run into me when I'm frickin' trying to, run away. Sandbox update. We're hard at work on a mid-season episode balance update. And we'll have more details to share on that later. However, a handful of things have jumped out as early issues in the Crucible, and we wanted to address this sooner rather than later. Both Kvostov, Red Death, and Speaker's Sight. Great! Kvostov, recoil. It should come to no surprises to anyone that this is a beloved bullet-bouncing auto rifle, that there was something different about the recoil. This is a result of a bug. We intended to reduce only the recoil of the special ricochet shot rounds by 50%, but it was instead applied to the entire magazine, effectively giving Kvostov max stability. It made guns substantially easier to use than any other auto rifles, and it was particularly led to a huge spike of effectiveness in Crucible. Many players who have the weapon comment on how good it feels in the current state. We don't want to remove the exotic feel entirely, but the level that it's objectively too strong compared to all other weapons in our sandbox. We'll be removing the bug effect that reduces the recoil by 50%, but as a middle ground, we have increased the base stability by 30 to 72. This will give back some, not all, of that stable feel without leaving it so far out of the band. Ricochet shots. Oh, bouncing rounds are fun in PvE. These are proving to be a problematic balance issue for PvP. With very high uptime and the ability to be buffed by orbs. The damage they deal both inflict impact, and the returning bounces allow Kvostov to neutrally drop its time to kill down to a level that usually reserved for more difficult to trigger damage boosts. We want to avoid impacting PvE with this change, so we reduced the initial bonus damage against players only from 15 to 5. We also reduced the bullet bouncing damage against players from only 18.4 to 4.6, leaving PvE unchanged. These changes will retain the uptime of the perk in Crucible, but bring the effectiveness more in line. Okay. Red Death, recoil. Lurking just under Kvostov coded service of our current weapon meta is Red Death. As many Azure players have noticed, there is also something special about Red Death's recoil pattern. Unlike Kvostov, this is not a bug though. It is an intentional connection to the original Destiny 2, Destiny 1 variant of the gun, which, like Outbreak Perfective, utilized auto rifle recoil patterns instead of more severe pulse rifle ones, giving them a tighter burst spread and higher ease of use. While Red Death is not as far in terms of line of strength, the high impact family of pulse rifles itself is very strong, and having all bonus stability provided by the special recoil pattern feels like overkill. So we've implemented several different tuning options for it. Completely replacing the recoil with standard pulse rifle recoil felt like it shifted the gun too far away from its origin, so we have instead chose to reduce the added stability the pattern provides. This aligned the burst spread more closely to other pulse rifles, while retaining the unique feel as possible. Speaker's Sight. Yeah, this thing that we tried out yesterday. Orb generation. As it stands, it is far too easy to drain an extreme number of orbs in the Crucible using this exotic. This plays into several different build crafting levers and is making it feel the only choice in competitive and trials lobbies. While we would like to retain the ability to generate orbs in PvP to allow players to lean into healer fantasy, the current volume is not healthy for the sandbox. As a short-term solution, we'll be disabling the orb gen portion of the exotic and crucible only. Longer term, we'll revisit allowing the weapon to create orbs at a more reasonable rate. So, disabling the orb gen portion of the exotic and crucible only. So, yeah, you're kind of okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, there was a lot of times where we were getting our, orbs and everything faster, which is probably why this was being such a problem. Future. The changes to Iron Banner in the sandbox are not the only things we have planned. We'll have more to talk about before the mid-season patch, so keep an eye out. We don't want to give away too much while things are still in flux. So, but we've got several quality life features to roll out. The Destiny 2 reprise map coming in the next episode. Oh. Some UI updates to help with the clarity, and a big feature that we're heads down working on our third episode that we can't wait to share with you all. Yesterday we concluded Cosplay Cosmodrome in the most glorious way possible. The talented Cinderies managed to create an incredible cosplay of the antagonist that has been the center stage during the Light and Dark saga. Her cosplaying is a mind-boggling 10 feet tall and combines smoke machines, animatronics, and 5,000 handmade panels and centuries-old painting technique to bring our villain to life in jaw-dropping reality. Could be more excited about the outcome and thankful to everyone who contributed to the Cosplay Cosmodrome. Don't forget to check out all the photos in this in the Cosplay Cosmodrome blog article and show our talented participants some love. As we know, it is, the month of June, and we know what this month is. All this, for you. I'm not going to cover on it too much, because I want to keep this mostly stuck to a Destiny read about the game and everything, and stuff going on in the community, but this is also a big part of the community, so I thought I'll just let this kind of go out for you guys. Gals, whatever. So yeah. I gotta say though that I do like the fact that Bungie kind of gives a fuck. Like, legitimately gives a fuck. Okay. They're doing a tournament. Okay, cool. Can I put a failsafe in my pocket to carry around? I mean, yeah, that'd be great. I'd love someone to just be witty and snarky and everything. That'd be hilarious. Pony error code update. We believe that we solved the issue involving the Pony update. The Pony, you may now go into settings and turn public fire team invites, text chat, and Benji friends request back on if you'd like. Raid jacket and bag extension. You have until July 9th to defeat the Witness and Salvation's Edge and earn the Raid Jacket and, post extension consumed. An epilogue option is now available in the difficulty selection of the menu for the Excision activity, allowing players to rewatch the final cinematics of the final shape. Known issues, blah 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 blah. Some art of the week, movie of the week. Before we leave, be advised that next week's TWID will not be published on Thursday, July 4th, because that is Independence Day. We won't be around that day as it's a national holiday in the U.S., so our studio is closed. Don't worry, though. We're moving it to the day after instead, so watch for it on Friday, July 5th. That's all for today. We hope you're enjoying your time in the game. There's a lot going on with Nessus right now, and Failsafe will be more than happy to have you around every time. Don't keep her waiting. Destiny 2 community team. So, let's go through all this and give some talk. I mean, because this is the main focus. This is the real big main focus of this TWID right now is Iron Banner is going to be a 2-week long event. So it's like a mini event in, like Guardian games and all this. Whenever this comes around, it's like 2 weeks long. My issue with this is, yeah, it's going to be fun and interesting, because if you don't get to play Iron Banner a lot, you can do it. My only issue with it, though, is it takes over and doesn't allow us to play Trials. So, that being said, though, Red Faction, I will see y'all later. Have a good one. And people are fucking loud.